The Middle East is on edge. Tensions between Israel and Hezbollah are soaring. This follows a series of border skirmishes. The fear is that a miscalculation could lead to a wider conflict. Hezbollah, backed by Iran, is a powerful force in Lebanon. The recent flare-up began with a cross-border raid by Hezbollah. The United States has called for calm and restraint. The United Nations is actively engaged in diplomatic efforts. The 2024 U.S. presidential election is heating up. The race is tight between the incumbent Democrat and the Republican challenger. The candidates are crisscrossing the country. They are holding rallies and participating in debates. They are aiming to sway undecided voters. Early voting is already underway in many states. Millions of Americans have cast their ballots. This election is considered crucial. It will shape the future of the country on many levels. Key issues include the economy, healthcare, and climate change. The candidates have vastly different views on these matters. Voters are grappling with these issues as they make their choices. The outcome of the election remains uncertain. The world is watching closely as the U.S. heads towards Election Day. The result will have significant implications both domestically and internationally. The stakes are high, adding to the intensity of the race. In other news, Kodiak Cakes has issued a voluntary recall of its buttermilk flapjack and waffle mix. This comes after potential contamination with Listeria monocytogenes. This bacteria can cause serious illness, particularly in vulnerable populations. The recall affects specific lot codes of the product. Consumers are urged to check their pantries and discard any affected products. Meanwhile, the Department of Education has announced an extension of the student loan repayment freeze. This freeze, which began during the pandemic, was set to expire soon. The extension provides borrowers with additional time before payments resume. This move aims to provide continued relief to millions of student loan borrowers. However, it has also sparked debate about the long-term solution to student debt. The debate over how to address the student loan crisis is likely to continue. In other developments, a major storm system is brewing in the Pacific Ocean. It is expected to make landfall on the West Coast later this week. Authorities are urging residents to prepare for potential heavy rain, strong winds, and coastal flooding. Section 4. BRICS Summit and Global Economic Outlook. The BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are preparing for their annual summit. This year's meeting is taking place in South Africa. The leaders of these emerging economies will discuss a range of issues. The agenda includes global governance, trade, and development. The BRICS bloc represents a significant portion of the world's population and economic output. Their decisions at the summit could have global implications. One key topic of discussion is the potential expansion of the bloc. Several other countries have expressed interest in joining. This expansion could shift the balance of power in the global economy. The summit comes at a time of growing uncertainty in the global economy. Inflation remains a concern in many countries. Supply chain disruptions are also causing economic challenges. The BRICS nations are seeking ways to navigate these challenges. Financial market update: interest rates and earnings. The 10-year Treasury yield is closely watched as a benchmark for interest rates. It has been fluctuating, reflecting economic uncertainty. High-yield savings accounts are gaining popularity for better returns. Major companies have reported their quarterly earnings. General Motors exceeded expectations with strong vehicle demand. General Electric posted solid results in aerospace and healthcare. Verizon's earnings fell short due to increased competition. The Federal Reserve's rate hike aims to curb inflation but raises slowdown concerns. Section 6. From Houston to Hollywood. Accidents in amusement parks. Tragedy struck in Houston, Texas, where a helicopter crash claimed the lives of all 4 people on board. The helicopter went down shortly after takeoff from a private helipad. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. Authorities are examining the wreckage and interviewing witnesses. The incident has raised concerns about aviation safety. On a lighter note, Universal Studios has announced plans for a new theme park. The park will be located in Frisco, Texas, and will feature immersive experiences based on popular Universal franchises. The announcement has generated excitement among fans and is expected to boost tourism in the area. Theme parks continue to be a major draw for visitors, offering entertainment and escapism for people of all ages.